So, why the CW?
Why the CW? Well, we have a long history with the CW. Gossip Girl, which we did together, was the first show, kind of the first official show of the CW.
That they ever developed, yeah.
We've done some other shows for them. So when I had the opportunity to do Dynasty, we felt like, let's go home again and go back to the CW.
So how did the opportunity to do Dynasty come about?
Savage.
Well, we were approached and told that the title was available, and we felt like this would be a great time to bring the show back. It felt like we're living in an age of dynasties right now.
A lot of family dynasties out there.
That it would definitely resonate with the audience in terms of the world that we're living in. Just kind of speak to the time in the same way that the original spoke to its time.
And that's part of what we liked about doing it for the CW as well, which was the original show really drove its point of view through Blake Carrington, who was the older male patriarch of the show. And while he was extremely important to this version of the show, we liked the idea of driving the show through the two young women competing for the Carrington title in Fallon and Cristal.
He got everything?
Cool.
So, CW has a lot of like crossover shows with their DC stuff. Would there be anything that you would want Dynasty to cross over with potentially?
That would be hilarious if we had like the Flash or Supergirl come
I think we should cross over with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is where our show is set, and it's like the moneyed class of Atlanta versus the allegedly moneyed class of Atlanta, and the Real Housewives version. I think that's the crossover we're looking for. Yeah.
So, you guys changed the characters around a little bit from the original version, but it is properly a reboot, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we're using the same characters from the original, a lot of the story, architecture. In a way, it's like this great opportunity. We have a book with, I think, like 240 chapters that we get to pick stories from, yeah.
But the spirit and the cat fights remain the same. Yeah.
Those are the two most important parts of Dynasty.
We thought so, yeah.
But, yeah, so how was it when you decided to like change up some of the characters from their original counterparts?
Well, Sallie's here, Sallie Patrick, who we created the show with and is the showrunner of the show. And she's the one who came in with this idea of what if Sammy Joe wasn't a white trash, blonde female, was actually a gay Hispanic man. And Stephanie had to live with that one for a minute because the original Sammy Joe.
Yeah, Heather Locklear was my spirit animal from that show, so I had to adjust. But Rafael's doing an amazing job, and the spirit of the character is the same in terms of the outsider that comes in seemingly looking for an opportunity, but really ultimately finding family and a place to belong.
And denim cutoffs.
Yes,
yeah.
flip-flops.
Yeah. So you kept the same wardrobe then?
Yeah, pretty much. Awesome. I wear less than Heather Locklear. Yeah. You can ask him.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.